Bust 3 shots for the purge, never cheap shots for the purge. You taking cheap shots for the burn? We got the streets watching the purge, making weed hot in return. Haters on the sideline, keep watching, observe. Keeping company with ops on the curb. We not for the herbs like celery, rocking the burbs. Brother, we clocking and earn, locking and turn. I smell bullshit.
In a world where Kanye West introduces a new diet program featuring nitrous oxide and masturbation, everybody, the ass out, crash out program.
Oh my goodness, here we are back once again with another Purge of the BS in this wonderful and crazy world that we call Earth, that we all inhabit. Now, out of all of the things that have happened this week, I don't know where to start, but I gotta start by making sure y'all like and subscribe to the channel. Make sure y'all hit this video, go ahead and share it with somebody else, because I'm about to bring my boys Bricks and Bravo on here so that we can discuss this BS. So, gentlemen, would you join me in another Purge of the BS? Please!
Of course I will.
It's like a summon.
You finna crash out. Well, I'll leave one part on.
You know, I was gonna take us back into election stuff this week, but I'm not gonna do that to y'all. We've had enough for right now. We got a debate in them coming up next week, so we're gonna keep off of that. We're gonna keep it. Yeah, I've had enough for the polls.
Backed right into that one, didn't you?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. I sat right down on it.
It's a couple of suds between buds. Couple of roads.
So we're gonna come back to that in a week. But one of the things that I'm very conscious of now, I've been given a couple of warnings about Google. Yeah, well, you know what? We're not going to talk about that. I'll be in the shop next week. Okay? All right. So
it's okay.
Google is recording our conversations right now.
Okay.
Like right now.
Okay.
And storing those conversations for people to come back and talk to or talk about later, right?
Yep.
Are you guys okay with everything that you say on social media and your phone being recorded in audio and held for at least 2 years?
No. The thing is that if you have any voice assistant at all, it is listening.
Yeah, it's listening.
If you have the Google one, if you have the Amazon one, if you have the Apple
don't say
one,
none of the names because somebody shit will start.
Exactly.
Yeah, you already know.
You know what I mean? If you have Siri, Google, Alexa, all of them.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Like
listening. Yeah.
So what is the cost here? Like we have these social media platforms, but if it requires us to be monitored at all times, like, are we really okay with that? Are you okay with being monitored at all times?
Google already reads the email.
Right. That's true. That's true.
It scans it to make sure there's no viruses. But it was like some dude that looks like Rick Moranis with them big ass glasses.
I don't know if I agree with the content in this email.
Speaking of content, I gotta address it.
Talk to me.
Gentlemen.
Yeah.
Recently we got hit with a copyright strike.
Oh no! For what?
Yeah, it was for
sand
beach
yams.
volleyball. Yes. Yams in the sand, my friends. Yams in the sand. And apparently the Olympic personnel, I said their name. Bravo told me not to say it. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. They shouldn't have done it. They shouldn't have done it.
Enjoy your 5 views this week.
Right. Okay. Well,
speaking of amateurs.
Speaking of jams in the sand, I enjoyed the volleyball clip, and I think that the viewers did as well. And I think that as long as we're staying within context, I think we're staying within the rules. So that's why it's constantly we're constantly fighting that particular part of the algorithm. So I hope you guys are okay with that.
I'm not okay with it.
No, I'm not okay. It just sucks.
We're not supposed to be talking.
We're the little guys, man.
When we started out, we said we weren't going to do that for that reason. And then we did it. I'm not okay with it, but we did it.
Oh, yeah. Y'all remember Camille Winbush?
Winbush.
Seriously. No, seriously.
Who's Camille Winbush?
She was the dark-skinned daughter on the Bernie Mac show.
Yes, I do remember Camille.
Oh, yeah. I remember her.
She's playing games on OnlyFans now.
I didn't know this.
I found out just recently. And a friend of mine
Bernie
told me
Mac was alive today, he'd be like, get me the fuck out of this coffin.
Yeah, he would. No, he would literally. It would be a series of pictures on OnlyFans.
That would be the first thing he would
do. Doing a cute pose, and then she's looking off camera, and then she's like this, and then you see Bernie Mac coming in like that. That would be the slideshow over OnlyFans.
I didn't know that.
That's crazy.
I don't subscribe to OnlyFans.
No, why? People leak this shit off for free.
Right.
Very true.
No.
Very, very true.
I'm just saying, or so I've heard. A birdie told me.
Well,
I do not look at the leftovers on Google.
I always leave safe search on.
Well, look, we're not going to fight with our browser history right now, and what we do with the safe search on or off. Okay, but we already know that
I would like to address that. If I fucking put myself out there and I did subscribe, and it wasn't of the caliber of, platforms like, what's the one with the drum in the front?
Oh, corn rub?
Yeah, corn rub.
Yeah,
corn rub.
That's exactly what it is. But if it wasn't to that caliber, I would demand my money back.
Are you going to go to court and willing for it to be publicized?
No, but I would want to. I would be very upset.
Right.
I hear you.
Your Honor, I'm upset. I want a full refund for my half chub.
Right. I can get in there in a minute and 15 seconds and be the fuck out.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Look, I have all this lotion now. I have nothing to do with it. I wouldn't be reimbursed.
You know what we got coming up next? Can we talk about the lotion?
Nothing. That's why I want my money back.
Exactly.
Yo, I'm done with y'all, man.
All right, sorry. Go ahead.
I've had a hard week.
Pause.
That's what
hard week.
Shit for
tough
that.
to balance the bullshit, man. And
we got a baddie in the bright lights this week.
Is it Camille Winbush?
Of course. And that's why it's not Camille Winbush. Remember, you're not supposed to have OnlyFans to be on the baddie in the bright lights on our show.
It helps.
It's one of the criteria. I'm sure they're doing fine.
I bet y'all fucking ratings will go up.
What, if we put OnlyFans models on here?
Yeah. Like, what's that girl's name? Bad Bunny or whatever the little girl.
Bad Baby.
Bad Bunny's a male.
Babe Bunny.
Oh, okay.
Bad Baby.
Bad
Baby. Yeah. The thing is, Danielle Brigoli is her name. So she went on for a week, got like 20 mil and went right off.
She made 37 million.
Okay.
And she didn't go off, bro. She was on for months. She was like 3 or 4 months. She did well.
That's exactly right. Well, she's like, I'm a player. I'm going to play these pervs. They wait until I'm 18. I'm going on when I'm 18. I'm going to get their money. And that's it. Hell yeah. Play the system. Steal from the pervs. You're hurting the right people.
Speaking of the right people, I wanted to introduce you guys to Ronika Stone. It could be Ronika. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. But she
we're not paid to do this show. So
she's a volleyball player, professional volleyball player, U.S.
Yams and sand.
I like this.
Sand and moisture.
Yeah, this looks like a different world outtake. I like this.
Right.
Well, she's recently got engaged to Jordan Love. You know who Jordan Love is? Football guy.
All right. Cool. That's fine.
The football gentleman.
She looks like Beyonce.
Yeah, she's a nice, and she's actually really like nice. Like she's a really nice girl. I guess she's a volleyball player, so
she looks like her name is Beyonce Dash.
Beyonce Dash. Well, if you guys are into sports at all, you guys.
Beyonce.
Any of our sports fans, if you follow sports, you might know that Jordan Love got injured.
George Love, what?
It's Beyonce, but it's spelled Beyonce.
Jordan Love recently got injured, like right after he proposed to this girl. So,
oh wow.
So if you're a Packers fan, okay,
Oh,
you love
stop
packing. I'm just saying, if you're a Packers fan,
Okay,
you might
she doesn't
be.
look like Beyonce.
She doesn't
No,
look like
she doesn't.
Beyonce. She's cute though. She seems really.
She
really
wasn't
like
the last pick. I'm
normal.
not feeling this one, yeah.
This face, she
All
looks
right,
like one of my nieces in this picture, and I don't feel right about this.
All right. Well,
Well,
then
just
we're
know
gonna
this.
stop.
She's got some great abs.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And
So
She
Jordan
is-
Love, he got hurt right after proposing. But what's up with these baddies picking people on the cusp, on the edge? Because didn't Megan Good just hook up with Kang after his whole world fell apart?
yeah, but that wasn't right though. How they did that, man. Let's not dig too deep into it. But
he did go headlong into that world thinking he was untouchable and forgot.
yeah, he did. That was stupid. That was stupid. Don't ever forget that. He got that, what they call it, a nigga wake up moment.
Yeah, yo.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was into that.
Yo, you know
So-
what? You know what the craziest thing is?
You are.
Show them who you are. So, yeah.
Show them, nigga.
Yo, listen to it. You know what's the funniest part about this whole shit?
Hmm.
He got arrested for running away from a white woman.
Yep. But so did many black folks in history.
Of course. Your namesake included.
Because all they got to do is pin a purse to that running away, and you're going to jail or to the tree.
It's true.
Yeah.
Maybe
That
both.
sucks. Well, in today's world, I just want to give a special shout to those people who are trying to, do their thing as their little power couples and stuff. Man, I like to see that. I
You know
like
what?
to see
Man.
I do like that. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
I like
I
that.
like to see them when they got melanated skins. I hate to say it.
Right.
People
And
can
we're
call me
supposed to
what
give them
wanna
their
call
flowers
me.
now.
And they're two young athletes. It's kind of like loving football instead of loving basketball. It's kind of like that. You know what I'm saying? It's cool. I like that.
Well, I will say this. I'll give you
I hope
this.
they make it.
It's nice to see two equally successful people made
Right
it,
now.
as opposed to one is successful and the other has nothing. And then the divorce comes.
And then they
All
have
of a
everything.
sudden, they got a booming Instagram where they're dropping daily motivational quotes. Like
I'm gonna
yesterday,
need you to
standing on a
revisit this
desk.
statement. I'm gonna need you to revisit this statement in 4 years because she's a volleyball player.
But she's successful now. You know her
She is.
because of volleyball.
Yeah, she was.
Now.
But
Well,
so you saying that
She
now
got her
back,
own
she didn't have to
bag,
play
though. That's
volleyball.
my point.
She's all right. Yeah,
And I'm happy for that. But as long as she knows what her transition is.
I'm really in my feelings about Tyrese right now. Pause.
talk about it.
Nice.
Because, man, like, the girl he was with took him for 50%. Now she got him back in the court asking for way more money and child support. And like,
Mm-hmm. But she's not gonna get that. She's not gonna get that.
I don't care whether she gets it or not. It's like, man, like, I don't know, man. When you work hard, like, I agree that your partner should get something if y'all, get a divorce. They're used to a certain lifestyle.
Right.
But if you were used to that lifestyle and not contributing anything financially to it, fall back a little bit.
No, that's
A
even
little
worse
bit,
though.
right.
Actually, it's actually even worse because if she's never made money on her own and was made accustomed to that lifestyle, that goes to the man's detriment because she doesn't know how to provide herself that much money.
Which
You
is
see what
why
I'm
I
saying?
say she should get something.
No, the whole thing is that we're coming after. We're coming in post-mortem right now. What should have happened the entire time, it should have been a stipend, an account that he just funded, and she does whatever. Because that would have been decided later. You know what I mean? Be like, all right, here go 10 racks a month in this account. You do you. When we go out together, I got that, but this is yours. You do that the whole way. Me and my wife, we've been together for 24 years. We still don't have the same. We have one joint account. That's joint checking just to pay bills. Her money's her money. My money's my money. And that's how we're going to do it the whole time. Period. Posting up included.
well,
I have
here's
one question for
Jesus
you, bro.
What the fuck is wrong with this nigga? That's your man. That's your man. Who man's is this? Who man's is this?
Guys, we're gonna get into conversations like that in the future.
Okay, watch out for the great debates. They come.
Yeah, they're coming because that's a
Watch
good
out for the
talk.
date debates. They're coming.
Yeah, because
They're gonna
that's
grab
coming.
you.
They're gonna grab you.
They're gonna
Your attention
grab
is.
you right where it needs to be.
Date
So-
debates.
Because the internet has recently been so filled with just random bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
I
When
had
did
to
this
bring-
start?
Since when?
Yeah, I had to
don't
bring
say.
y'all. Where is this fucking clip at?
No one knows.
All right.
I mean, I don't see anything like that on my MySpace page.
Right. Anyone but mine.
All right. So I got this weird ass dude, and it's too much weird shit, and I don't want to put the wrong thing up, and y'all get the wrong idea of what the point is here. So we're
right,
gonna go
DA,
with
look
this
at his
one.
hard
I'm not
drive
even
first.
gonna add the audio because the last time I added audio, they hit me with something. Like you can't even put audio in the shit no more. It's like ridiculous. So have you guys seen this dude? He's a MMA fighter.
Is he?
No, not at all. But he's trying to be. So I need y'all to check out his skills. He's got his whatever
He's
the
got
fuck that
Nickelodeon's
is.
biker shorts, yo.
I don't know this guy.
Yep.
Yeah,
Oh,
whose
and
names is this?
Yeah, whose grandfather is this? And he be having music. I'll play a couple seconds.
Oh, stop it right now. There's your
Stop right there.
copyright.
That's all the money gone.
Yeah, no, that's cool. That's cool. So you get the point.
Yeah.
So this gentleman,
Yo, is he the love tap general?
No, he's just
Yo,
so
he's
fast
got-
you can't tell.
well,
Yeah,
At
okay.
the speed.
here's the thing. This is my issue. Like, at which point is the internet?
Fuck this goddamn thing.
Look, let me be real. He's got a whole page of this happening.
Stop.
I can't show you anymore because I don't want to poison my eyes. But what I'm saying is people have a lot of time to create that kind of content. And they don't get blocked. He got music and everything on it. Now, granted, that was Instagram and their
He's
rules are a little bit
inspirational,
different.
man. He's inspirational. I'm not
He
gonna
is.
lie. I'm not gonna lie. He's an old man beating up a pole for enjoyment.
Pause.
Hey, look, I'm not here to judge. You know what I mean? He identifies as a pole beater, and that's
I'm not
fine.
even going to touch that one.
Not with a
With a
10-foot pole.
10-foot
Not with a 10-foot pole.
Right. No, I'm just saying that's somebody's grandfather. Like I got grands. I don't think my grands would like me in biker shorts
But
kicking
does your
poles.
grands have hands like
Right.
this guy?
He's got a hand.
The lightning
All I'm saying-
fist.
In lightning fast fist, huh?
You see how he
And he's
moved
got
his opponent?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you guys are giving him a lot of props here. I just personally, I like both of you guys.
Yo, he's like,
brothers.
he's like,
I mean,
he's like,
yeah,
what's that movie?
I would
Like
never
you
wanna
too,
see
but I'm
you in biker
taking,
shorts
bruh.
punching shit.
Pause.
What is that shit? Shitting dragon, doubtful tiger. He's like one of that guy.
Mm.
I like
Well,
how
the
he
internet
had the
has-
Uncle
has
Bruce hat
bred
on.
this.
You know, like
The internet has bred this, and you know, I'm not willing to go to those links to just get the views. I need to
I
be able to
agree.
just talk
I
my
agree.
shit.
I think
Like, that's just
I think
really what it is.
I think that the internet.
does that mean the circle jerk is canceled?
well,
At
this
least
Wednesday?
for the evening, yeah, for the evening. Yeah.
You know, but the thing is that I do agree with you. I believe that the thing that made the internet great is also what makes it worse. It gives everybody a platform, but it also gives everybody a platform.
Mm-hmm.
Back in the day, you had to reach certain levels to be able to broadcast your message. You know what I mean? So that was right there was a filter. You know what I'm saying? That right there, the filter. But now anybody could make an account, jump online, and spout their bullshit. That's
So
the
we're
problem.
always here to purge the bullshit, you know. Okay, well,
I'll tell
somebody
you
come
what.
get your grandfather because he's out of line.
That is some pretty fucked up shit.
You know what really grinds my gears?
Can you say what the fuck did I do last night?
No, bad idea. Don't do it.
I started an Instagram
In my Nickelodeon biker shorts, and I beat
beating up a pole full of poles.
tape, a pole wrapped in tape.
Yeah. In my elasticity shorts.
Right.
So,
That motherfucker
Guys,
had
I
a
have
sleeveless button down, yo. What the fuck, yo? Yeah, that shit's like a mullet.
he had the belt on too,
It
right?
looked
He had
like
the
that
whole belt.
motherfucker when you look back through the Chinese takeout joint, the one in the way back.
Yo, that
He's
you know,
standing
he's
next to
cooking in
him
that
off,
outfit,
but he's
by the
not
way.
cooking. Like maybe he grabs a styrofoam and packs shit and passes it up, but you never see him up close. It's that guy.
yeah, he looks
he
like a guy
spends-
that just came from an interview in an office, but realized that his shift at the car wash just started.
Right.
Business up front and party in the back, right?
Hey, wait,
So-
hold on
Hey,
now.
man, come
hey,
on.
hey. All right, well, let's move into our bad idea, okay? Because
Hey. Pause.
put that bad idea up front, okay? Let's
Yes.
get it up front.
Well, yeah, that's where most bad ideas
Around
come
the
from.
back. Yep.
Hey. Pause.
So, guys, I want to introduce you to a gentleman.
Wait a minute.
What is going on?
Holy shit, you got a halo, yo.
Yeah,
you got a
the
halo.
whole
It's
situation
all
happening.
fucked up now.
Yeah.
Pause.
What we gonna do now?
Hey,
All
I'm gonna tell you one last thing.
right. All right. I'm having too much fun. This is about business over here. It's business. Okay. So
All right.
this situation of
You
our
realize
bad
how
idea
fast you
today,
were going without a
gentlemen.
pause.
All right. Well,
Sorry,
look. Y'all gonna get a kick out of this.
Enough.
You're gonna get a real kick out of this one. Now,
Is
I
the
want to.
sheriff got arrested? I see
Well, he is not a sheriff, but he's playing a sheriff on Tinder to get some Tinderbox. Okay. And he gets arrested and caught up. So I'm gonna give you a couple seconds of this clip because we're allowed to play
and the
these clips.
glasses.
Yo, he got
Yes.
the whole uniform, and
My
they were
name
trying
is
to figure out how he got the
Officer
uniform, which is
Magruder.
the whole. So listen to him quickly explain why he got
Name's Officer
his,
Dick
his
Bunkum.
uniform here.
I'm Officer Ron from Dipset County.
Presses before confronting him with the image.
And so why did you post these pictures of you in uniform on Tinder?
Because
I don't know, just because I have just to use them.
Just to use?
Use them for what?
And were you saying that you were with BCSO? Because
Yeah, I told you.
you told a few people. Okay. And then how many people have you met up with in this uniform?
500.
Yeah, from
Like from
Tinder.
Tinder, none of them.
You haven't
Not
met
yet.
up with any of them?
The nigga said none yet.
Time?
Yeah, you
Okay.
fucked
I'm
it up
planning
my
on it,
sway.
though. You're right. I can't do this if you're doing this.
And
Right.
so you don't have any family or anybody that you know
They do now.
that works with you?
Here, no.
No? Okay.
All right, I'm gonna let that stop there. Like I said,
Yeah,
because
this dude has an
can go
airtight
on.
case.
It's a long ass interview that they do with this guy. But basically, he bought the uniform. He posted a bunch of pictures on Tinder and Instagram saying that he was with the sheriff's office and women like a guy in uniform. So he started getting women out of it, and then he got
What's
arrested.
the charge?
Yeah, that they don't
Well,
do in the
first-
movies every day.
Well,
You ever
the
seen a
one-
damn theatrical masterpiece known as T.J. Hooker?
Yeah, he should have said he was a method actor.
Right.
And he was getting ready for a role.
He should have just said it's role playing. You know what I mean? Are you kink shaming?
Right.
You're shaming my sexual lifestyle, sir. I identify as an officer. Right. I identify as an officer of the law.
I'm sure nobody, in an emergency, nobody says, call Tinder. Right. Get Officer Dick Bunkum on the phone right now.
Who's that guy who swiped on you? Get him.
I mean, but on another note, it's not, if you're having trouble getting the ladies, I feel
bad for you, son. I got baby down problems. The cop ain't one.
Bitch ain't one.
Right. Well, apparently that bitch is his problem because he's talking to him.
He said he was an officer of the law.
So how long have you been wearing this uniform? Do I make you horny, baby?
Here's the funny part. You know how he got caught? You know how he got caught, though? He got caught because he matched with someone else who worked at the sheriff's department. Who was
I don't know you.
And she basically went through that, what he just said. Yep. Right. I don't know this guy, but I work there. So, who is he? So they started an investigation.
I didn't see you.
And there you go. Yeah. Right. So don't impersonate a cop to get the cooch. It is against the law. Now, here's the thing. I don't know how much jail time you do for that.
Let's put role play in the title. Right. Let's put role play in and you're fine.
Well, I get it. But how much time do you do? Not like if you pull some people over or shoot somebody and try to identify yourself as a cop that way, but like if you just posted some pictures in a uniform.
Oh, he ain't gonna get no time for that.
He ain't getting no time, man.
I don't think he's getting no time for that.
Max. Yeah. Seriously, because he didn't do anything.
He'll be ironing uniforms in the back of fucking Barney Fife's fucking
he might get a job for real. Like, you look good in uniform, sir.
I mean,
do this for
why
real.
Don't he? If you want to be a cop, though, why not just be a police officer?
He just wants to enjoy the spoils.
Right. The hero pussy.
It just doesn't make sense to me, though. Like, why not just... Yeah, but why not just do that anyway, man? I seen the clip a couple weeks ago.
Physical shit you got to do. When all you got to do is buy a uniform and then walk with your arms out all the time because you have to walk with the belt, so your arms are always out.
Just walk like you got your ass beat in high school a lot.
Right. And you're about to get revenge on everybody.
Right.
Because
this guy is, I think he'll probably do the same thing later with another type of uniform. Or maybe he'll just become a security guard and nobody will know the difference. But it just seems to me like if you want to put on a police uniform, if you're like, unless you have a physical ailment that prevents you, why not just go be a cop so you can put on the police uniform?
Wait, he's doing it all the way wrong. If he really just wanted to get some box, all he needed to do was put on a security uniform and be a bouncer.
There you go.
That's it.
That's what I was saying. Like, you could do that and people think you're the police.
See, this is one thing that people don't think about when it comes to law enforcement, and that is the summertime. Do you have any idea?
Oh, it's hot as hell in them uniforms.
It is to wear that fucking vest.
They don't breathe.
I did security, and I used to have to wear that fucking vest until it gave me a rash. Where I was like, I'm not wearing that anymore.
I wore those cop pants one, and I went down the slide in Boston, and I cracked my sacroiliac.
I believe the medical term for that is the nutsack.
Yeah, I cracked my head foot.
The ball holders, the coin bears.
That's why a lot of the police are frustrated, man. That uniform is probably very uncomfortable.
And who would volunteer to wear those shoes?
This guy, apparently.
Yeah, I mean, think about it.
Yeah, the whole uniform, man.
Like I said, I know some of them wear
longer, but
some of them wear the little high-tech boots or whatever, but a lot of them still wear the chloroform joints.
The chloroforms, yeah.
Yeah, why would you want to be in any profession where you're required to run in slippery arrows?
Right.
Climb
you absolutely, positively got to suffocate your feet.
Right.
Fam. Those motherfuckers don't breathe at all.
The undercover cops get to wear like street clothes and stuff.
The undercover cops do drugs.
Right.
They do drugs and drug busts.
It's okay now. You're undercover.
Yeah.
It's all right.
Right. We all seen Training Day.
Well, we don't say SA. We say rough investigations.
Right. Love scuffs.
God love
can bless a hot mess. Amen.
The gods have awakened. I'm very happy to be here. Turn around, ladies, for me, please.
Turn around.
Okay, cool. I do love that.
This episode definitely getting blackballed. So just
Absolutely, man.
No,
a couple of suds between buds.
Yeah, man. I mean, we already got in trouble for yams in the sand.
I'm saying.
Yeah.
Oh, there's still plenty of trouble to get into.
A little bit of Santorum with
Make sure.
Yes,
and for everybody that's watching, man, I got y'all to understand. I need y'all to understand that you gotta like and subscribe.
Yeah.
Hit the bell. Make sure the algorithm does not keep messing with us. We just talking.
Check the
man.
subreddit too.
We just talking. Yes. Jeez. All right. So
the subreddit
the quote is it's popping off. All right. In case you didn't know. It's popping off.
Nice.
So I have a special quote. This was from Umar Johnson. You guys know who Dr. Umar is?
Oh, yeah.
He Hotep in charge.
Yeah. Well, we're going to get to him on another great debate because he went in about 50 years of hip hop and all. It was an interesting clip I saw on a podcast. We're going to get into that in the next week or so. We'll come back to it. But he has been quoted in saying that Black culture is the only culture where the subculture is the main culture. And I thought that was a pretty interesting quote because I start to feel that way when I'm looking at some of the media. It's like we can't avoid the categorization, great word there, I love it, of being connected to our subculture, no matter what we do outside of that. Like as your regular life, like I'm not out there doing nothing at all. Like none of that stuff. I'm not at no parties. You know what I'm saying? I'm not doing none of that. Like even, I just don't be doing all of that.
I would say that that is very profound. That makes sense. That is very correct. As far as somebody who walks up to somebody like me on the street, what they think that I will be like is already predetermined because the subculture is the main thing being propagated by the media. I get that. But in all fairness, the same thing can be said for Southern whites.
It's right now.
But that's Southern whites. But they don't differentiate us from Southern Black. You see what I'm saying? It's just Black people. And this is what
easier.
You see what I'm saying? It's more general with us because white people, in my opinion, Caucasians, they find it humorous, but they don't accept it as the stereotype that they put forward in their daily lives. Like we're more susceptible to living in the suburbs and trying to act hood than white people are to living in the suburbs and trying to act like trailer park trash.
But that's true. Because I was talking to you earlier, Sickle, how I was subtly a victim of racism in the most kindest way.
And you gotta love them when they're kind about it.
He's a sweet nigga.
Yeah, the whole pause all the way, all the way,
all the way.
Hey, pause. All right. Anyway, I'm at the grocery store. There's this old ass white dude. He's a sweet old white dude. He's sitting there talking to the lady who runs the
sweet old white.
How do you even know how sweet
he's nice? He's a nice old guy. But he's talking to the lady who runs the butcher department in the grocery store, right? And they're talking, but they're in the way. I'm grabbing some steaks for Labor Day, right? So I say, "Excuse me, y'all, can I kind of grab this?" Right? And I got my hair out. He's like, "Oh, wow. How long you been growing your hair?" I'm like, a couple of years. He's like, "Oh, that's great. So where you from originally?" I said, DC.
Right over there.
Over there. I moved here when I was 3. So what are you saying? Right? But instead of going full snowflake, I was just like, born in DC, moved here since I was 3. Hey, y'all have a good day. All right, I'm out. Instead of saying that, you mis-citizened me. You know what I'm saying? Like
Miss Citizen. Yeah, you misnationed me, Nick.
Right. Like, I don't, like, it's not that big a deal, man. I'm going to let him go. Because guess what?
The real question.
What am I going to do?
That motherfucker said, Pastor, Dutchy from the list.
I'd be like, yo, don't say that unless you got some.
Yeah, right. Hey. Oh,
I don't think we should be very upset with people that make those kind of statements, because really the question could have been asked differently and it wouldn't have been racist at all. It could have just been, "Hey, are you originally from here?" That's the same question.
I mean, it's just that it came off the hair.
Right? No. Where are you from originally? See, you see how it's the same word.
You know, I'm from fire.
Originally assumes that you're not from here. And automatically, but if you ask, "Are you originally from here?" It's saying, "I don't really know where you're from, so help me understand."
But when you say matter,
what does it matter for?
It does matter. No, y'all understand. Communication is key, man.
No, because
racism's in the wording.
It's the same thing as asking a lady how far along in her pregnancy she is when you're not sure she's actually fucking pregnant.
Right.
Shut the fuck up.
First of all, no, it's not.
It's wrong to do that.
He said, first of all, no, it's not. Like it was a 2 and a 3.
Yeah, well,
first of all, you're wrong.
First of all, you're wrong. And second of all, first of all. You see what I'm saying? Because
I want to talk about this.
What was that?
No.
The subculture thing, man. Fuck that old man. We've already established that.
No, but it makes sense. The subculture is dominant.
I'm just saying it's in the wording, yo. It's in the wording.
I heard something today that angered me to no end because I realized our culture's fucked. And it's this. This kid put up a post that had pictures of Weezy, Jay-Z, Gucci, what's his name?
Anybody end without an E sound?
What's the dude that had the deep ass voice? Fucking
Young Jeezy?
Yeah, Jeezy. Just all of these rappers from like the 2000s and stuff. And was like, basically stop rapping. You're too old. If you put something out, it's probably gonna flop. And I was like,
that's rage bait, man. Don't buy that shit. Don't buy that.
But somebody thinks like this, and there were likes on this post, and I thought to myself, do you realize that all y'all do is subscribe to these racist ass record execs that want you to listen to this subculture fucking crap about killing each other and putting each other, because it all leads to mass incarceration. So instead of us being able to listen to some niggas that can rap, you want us to listen to niggas talk about killing each other all the time.
Well, I can't wait till hip hop falls the fuck off and goes back into a manageable state, because when it's the most popular music, anytime the most popular music becomes most popular, that's when the garbage comes out. Think about rock in the freaking 2000s. Think about jazz, and then all of a sudden you had the happy-go-lucky white guys singing jazz. You know what I'm saying? Like, think about it. Whenever it becomes the most popular, that's when people say, "Oh, we can make money off of that." Then garbage sneaks in. So when it's not as lucrative for the bad people to make money,
somebody got to take out the trash, man.
Well, let's talk about this too real quick before we wrap this shit up. Freaking, you said about people in the suburbs, like faking like they're from the street. I guess it's because somewhere along the line, somebody said, your rap ain't worth it if it ain't about the streets, which is crazy to me.
Because the subculture is the main culture.
It's the main culture. But that is the plan. Because the powers that be don't want you to know about the main culture.
Right. It's the infatuation with fantasy, which is why we love sci-fi and Marvel and fantasy flicks and all that shit. There's no history biopics that are freaking...
They did a great job. They did a great mind sweep.
They pulled it off because even if you are in the suburbs, these kids will put themselves in situations that they don't need to be in to try to pull it off. And then that way they end up mass incarceration with people from the suburbs too. Like, nice going.
Well, the problem is if you actually start adapting rap lyrics in your everyday conversation, you already lost. You know what I'm saying?
You already lost.
Yeah, but if you came up when we came up, our households, our parents were not playing rap music when we were kids. But the children of like us, I hate to say it, but
Except
people
for
our age and a little
Jones,
bit younger.
I saw you and him.
Yeah, but that wasn't. But that, you know what I'm saying, man. They weren't playing Sexy Red when you were 7.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't, your mother wasn't twerking in the kitchen on Instagram. You understand what I'm saying? So the kids of this next generation, they're lucky to come out without doing something stupid for the gram, because their parents were doing it as they were coming up. Like my kid, my older kids, they're in their 20s. So like right around, I say like 2010, when I was first getting on like Facebook and stuff like that, my kids weren't allowed to have stuff like that.
Right.
They didn't even have cell phones yet. Like I hadn't even bought them cell phones yet. Correct. They were still young enough that I was like, no, they don't need access to none of that. Now you got 10, 11, 12-year-old kids with YouTube channels, Instagram channels, and they're getting fed at the same time because they're also creating content, but they're getting fed stuff that's way too adult for them. And so they wonder why our minds get messed up, is because now they started it earlier. We had at least a foundation. We had the Temptations playing. We had Luther Vandross for a little bit. We had Sade. We had these things, and that was just what was playing in the house. It wasn't.
But here's the thing. Like for mine, like with I'm on the same ilk that you're talking about. What I'm saying is that yes, I didn't give my kids digital shit until they were old enough to handle it, around 12, 13. Right, until they're old enough to handle it, and then it was already had the nanny programs on there that reported to my phones. But also on that, I still played hip hop in the car, but I would either play the clean versions, or I just stayed with like the native tongue era. You know what I'm saying? Like Tribe Called Quest, Jungle Brothers. You know what I'm saying? Black Sheep or stuff like that. Just stuff that actually said stuff, and even if they was talking a little bit of foul, it was poetic. You know what I'm saying? It was poetic.
Like my son, my
I only played like Big Daddy Kane for mine, like bitches ain't shit, but no, that's Snoop Dogg.
It is.
No. My kids.
Oh no, anything goes when it comes to hold the government. My kids were big fans of Big Daddy.
But the whole thing is that Big Daddy Kane is an underground monster. A lot of people don't give him his flowers for that. He was writing for everyone.
I wanted, I have to assist that point. It still was not the same as growing up where the entirety of the music is focused on the negative. We even had, like NWA came out. That was like the first gangster rap I ever heard. That was the first time I had something. But I mean, that was the first time I heard the phrase "fuck the police." Was when NWA did that. Like Ice-T was doing Colors and all that kind of stuff, and Cop Killer and all that. But I didn't even like that music. It sounded.
Does anybody ever question Ice-T when you go back and look at what he was doing in them breaking movies?
I walked up to him on the set of a Car Shield commercial, and he didn't answer my question.
Hey.
Look, man, don't look. Ice-T got creds in the hood, man. So we
no, he does, but I mean,
you about your car's warranty.
He could have made
wondered about that, man.
Easier.
You look at Ice-T in Breaking 1 and Breaking 2 with like no shirt on, with like little leather straps around his
right nipple guards.
What is he doing right now? I always wondered.
That was the 80s, man. That was the 80s. Things were different. Crack was hitting the streets. Let's just be honest. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, tell him you gotta go though, yeah.
But I was gonna tell him I gotta go, but I have to do it a special.
There's a lead.
I tried to get him like 10 minutes ago. Say I gotta go. I
gotta go.
Hey. Pause.
I'm gone.
You want to say easy, Bravo?
No. He said his thing, man.